She was from graffiti Los Angeles, like a beautiful angel from the moon, coming to me in stargazing light years, with an angelic face that made me swoon. Souls relaxed like she was a musician, as lust sat by me in a warm hug. She was the holy one made of foreplay, burning like electrocuted spark plugs. She was transparent in spirit and soul, granting big-hearted sex on the first date, inspiring me to write love sonnets, then making me reflect on how I rate. She was the supernatural planter, changing my life from my immaculate roots. She was oxygen completing the act, and she let me keep on my cowboy boots. The day after, I had nothing to fear about whether she sized me up in small. I was driving Los Angeles freeways, and I read about the night on the wall. I read Magnetism on 101. She said I was the greatest on the 5. Then I saw Hot on the 134, next to my name colorfully inscribed. I found out I made her feel beautiful. Then I learned that I gave her life again, knowing the right moments of expertise, and that I can use my brain now and then. On a 101 bridge it reads Hot Flame. On the 5 it reads Body Beautiful. On the 134 it reads Pleasures, all entirely irrefutable. There were sparks of rabid pulse when reading about me as an intimate tiger, with eating and fondling of the breast, and the 101 read The Best Biter. The day after, I had nothing to fear about whether she sized me up in smalls. I was driving Los Angeles freeways, and I read about the night on the wall. I took a car trip down the 405 when my head and body were disjointed. I did not come across stuff about me, and I was extremely disappointed. I changed locations to the 105, for the most part because I thought I should. I can't blame her for writing nothing there. It goes through a very bad neighborhood. I quickly drove my car to the 110, mostly to get my blown mind unclouded. I did not see any sexed writing there, but that parking lot is always crowded. I traveled east and west on the 210 without great expectation or regret. I did not see anything about me. She probably hasn't got to it yet. The day after, I had nothing to fear about whether she sized me up in smalls. I was driving Los Angeles freeways, and I read about the night on the wall. With the high price of gas the way it is, I am touched that she traveled all around with a special message for all the world, written in sexy misspelled verbal nouns. Still, they were like risque poems of beauty, savoring every flirtatious imprint, every juicy provocative moment, every succulent titillating squint. She declared I had a spine like a snake, arching my back into a deep hollow, when draped backwards over her burning hands. I should have written back, she can swallow. I wish she wrote that on the 405, because that is the route all my friends take. She could tell them about my performance. They would truly know I am not a fake. The day after me up in smalls. I was driving Los Angeles freeways, and I read about the night on the wall. I've always been against graffiti, but then I wondered if I should write back how she was a sexual animal when she depicted her clawing attack. I had to go buy colors of spray paint because I had never done this before. But when thinking of her sexy low voice, I wanted to show this tiger could roar. I prayed to God that I would not get caught, and as an atheist I said, Amen. I felt if I did not answer her back, I would never see her hunger again. I went back to the Active 101, hoping poetic words would tantalize, talking about my face between her thighs, but rewritten for her to analyze. The day after I had nothing to fear about whether she sized me up in smalls. I was driving Los Angeles freeways, and I read about the night on the wall. I spoke in her labia that glistened when her reddish panties were tugged aside, then of the olfactory nerve perfumed when I was a locomotive inside. Then an officer turned on siren lights, told me to get down immediately.